This time of year, I love having some kind of crochet project across my lap to work on. That's why I call it crochet season. On to 90. Oh, that was 81. Oh, did I make a mistake? Hold on. Yes, I did. I need to go do a quick change because I have to go with the Mr. Hey friends, I'm so glad to have you here with me today. Join me as I do a little crochet project here. If this is your first time visiting, my name is Elena, and I am living in New Mexico and mini-steading here on 1 acre. This time of year, I love having some kind of crochet project across my lap to work on. That's why I call it crochet season. Even though I may do a project here or there, something small. I like having larger projects this time of year. This is a circle scarf. I guess I can show it to you guys. I can model it for you when I'm done. It's almost finished now. Didn't take very long to make at all. Many years ago, the projects that I loved having on my lap in winter were quilts. And I used to hand piece and hand quilt those projects, and I loved doing that. Then sewing your quilts became a thing. I made a couple of sewn quilts, but I always loved hand piecing. It was relaxing to me. So like I said, this project is almost finished. And oops, I have the other project waiting in the wings. It's a temperature blanket. Have you guys ever heard of that? I heard of it last year, and I thought I would get one done last year, but I didn't do any crochet projects last year. Nothing big, anyway. Let me go show you what the temperature blanket is all about, what yarns I chose. Let's go take a look. So these are the colors that I am using for my temperature blanket. And actually, I'm not making a blanket. I am making an afghan or a throw. And I'm making this chart here just to keep me accurate. It's basically a chart. For those of you that have never seen this, it's basically a chart that has the temperatures and then the color that goes with each temperature. Actually, it's temperature range. Okay. So this is the temperature blanket for 2024. It's my first one ever. All right, and then I will put in the names of each color, and I will also put a temperature range. So let's start with the temperature range. So above 100 degrees, 91 to 100. it'll make sense to you as I go. 81 to 90, 71 to 80, 61 to 70, 51 to 60, 41 to 50. Is that right? Yeah. 31 to 40, 21 to 30, and then just below 20. Now, when I looked at other people's blankets, it's really colorful and pretty and a lot of variation. I don't think my blanket's going to look like that, or my Afghan's going to look like that, because we don't have, our temperatures don't fluctuate that much. So, or so far, this is only our, let's see, we've been here 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. So we haven't seen a lot of variation. Like even this year, we haven't seen a lot of variation. Let me show you something. So let me back up and explain. I decided that I wanted to do a temperature blanket back in December. It took me a while to figure out what yarn and what colors. And when I finally did, I couldn't find all the colors. So I got 4 of them. I bought 4 of them at the stores, all they had. I tried to order them. When I finally was able to order them, this is from Joann's, there was a little glitch there about my address, etc. But all of that was straightened out, and they said my order was shipped. But even though it was shipped on time, it didn't get here on time because something happened, and I got a little thing from FedEx saying that there was an exception. So I had to ask my husband about that, because he worked for FedEx. What is an exception? What's going on with my package? And he explained that that could mean anything. The package was broken open and has to be repackaged. It could be it was lost. Anyway, I finally got my yarns. But it was too late. I mean, you know, it was no longer the first part of January. I didn't want to rush into it. So what I did was I just found one of those apps that can give you past temperatures, and I just started making a list of all the temperatures for January so far. And you can see we have 46, 52, 48, 45, 39, 36, 41. So we're basically, you know, in the same range, especially the 40s and 50s. So I'm going to be using a lot of the same color. Well, I hope that we get some different temps in February, you know, lower temps, so that I can have a little variation in my blanket. Okay, let me take a sip of my tea. My throat is killing me. Okay, so my colors. I had to figure out where I wanted the colors, what colors I wanted next to each other, which doesn't really matter because you don't know what the temperature is going to be. So, but for above 100, I have this red heather. For above, or for 81 to 90, I have the turquoise. That's this one. And they're all kind of heathered colors. So this one's called turquoise heather. Okay, for 81 to 90, oh, that was 81 to, oh, did I make a mistake? Hold on. Yes, I did. This one is supposed to be clay. Well, let's see what happens here. If I switch them around, I wanted the clay next to the red. I should have lined them all up first. So let me do that. The beige heather. this one. The Deco Rose is this one. What is this one called? Blush Heather. That's that one. And then Pumpkin. And then Baby Blue. Let's see. Okay. And then Pine is this green one. Mustard comes next. And then Turquoise. And then Clay. So I'm going to have to fix this one right here. I don't think I want to change it. I think I want to leave it the way it is. The way I originally intended. So this is Turquoise. Heather. And then let's line these up. Okay, and then Mustard. And then Pine. And then Baby Blue. And then Pumpkin. Yep. You guys, guess what? I'm listening to my chickens out there. Somebody came yesterday and got the roosters. So I am roosterless. I started to get just a little bit sentimental. Pumpkin. Oh, okay. I thought I made a mistake again. I started to get just a little bit sentimental, and I just kept telling myself, don't think about it. Okay, this is Blush Heather. I put an ad in Craigslist 3 days ago and got nothing. I put it in the farm and garden section. And then yesterday, this is a Deco Rose. And then yesterday, I decided to put another ad, and I put it in the free section. And it was probably 2 hours later, a couple got in touch. They wanted to come that very day, yesterday, to get the roosters. And then this is Beige Heather. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do is white this out and put in clay. But the next thing that I'm gonna do is make some holes with this little hole punch and put my yarn. That way I don't have to be thinking about the name, you know, like what's the color. I just can grab from seeing the color. So they got lost, and then they finally, you know, found it. And she called and I said, where are you? And we kind of guided them here to the house, and they were prepared with a cage. And it was, the reason she was interested is because she has Easter egger hens. So knowing that my roosters were Easter egger males, part Easter egger anyway, she was interested in having them. So I was glad that it went to someone that, you know, cared and knew the difference and kind of wanted them. They also have grandkids, and she said they love playing with the chickens, so she wanted to get them as pets as well, at least one of them. So yeah, so that's what happened. I got and I was fantasizing that the girls were having a party and saying, yay, we're back to girls club. It was kind of strange not hearing a rooster crow. Scout has been crowing in the morning. But the funny thing is, he would start crowing before there was sun. I thought they crowed with the sunrise. Anyway, so I'm going to put these in, and then I am going to put them in my notebook. I'll show you that in a sec. So I'm just going to white this out. And this is clay. Okay, I like it. I like this, the way these colors are set up. Let's see how it's gonna look when I'm actually doing, creating the Afghan. So because it's just a row a day, so whatever the temperature is, let's say today is 45 degrees, I would be starting with pumpkin. Actually, let's just look at the actual thing. January 1st was 46. So for 46 degrees, I would be starting with pumpkin because 46 is in this range. And then it was 52 the day after. So I would jump up to baby blue. Then it was 48, back to pumpkin. 45, pumpkin again. 39, blush heather. Get the idea? 36, blush heather again. And so on and so forth. So I'm going to put this in my notebook. I have a little projects section in my notebook. Although it's mostly homestead projects and things, I will still just chuck this in here just so I have a place for it. And I will tape this in here because this is what I'm going to be working with. And I'm going to get started on this. It's not going to take long to catch up because, yeah, it's not going to take long to catch up because it's just one row. So for a month, the month of January, well, it's not going to be the whole month of January, but if it was, let's say I didn't start till the last day of January, that's just 31 rows. I could do that in one day, in one sitting. So it's going to be a fun project. Here are my yarns. Oops, here's my needle. And they're so pretty. It's not exactly what I wanted. As far as colors, some of these lighter colors are not exactly what I wanted, but it's okay. I went with what I could get. Like this green heathered, this pine color is not the green that I wanted, but if I kept waiting to try and get the exact thing that I wanted, I wouldn't be doing a project at all. So I'm excited to be doing this. I'm going to share the progress with you guys as I go. I am back to the scarf. I am almost done. I'm going to be done today. I started with this blue. Well, this is one yarn. It's variegated yarn. And it started with the blue, and so I wanted to at least get 2 rows of blue, or at least end with blue. So I could have ended at any point that I wanted, but I wanted to keep going. And see, there's not that much, oops, see, there's not that much left. So I'm just going to keep going. See how many rows of the blue I could get. So what projects are you guys working on now? Any crafters out there? What are your favorite things to do this time of year? I would love it if you would share with all of us what you're doing. And if you're brave enough, send me a picture. My email is in the description, so send a picture of what you're working on. I would love to share it with everybody. Okay, so I will see you guys when I'm finished. I will put it on so you can see what this circle scarf is all about and how it turned out in the end. So I am done with the scarf, and I need to go do a quick change because I have to go with the mister to borrow a friend's truck, and he needs me so that I can bring our vehicle back. And we are borrowing the truck because we bought a piece of furniture from a lady and we need a vehicle to bring it home in. So I'm gonna go do that, and when I change I will put the scarf on so you guys can see how it turned out. You guys, I am so happy that you were able to spend a little bit of time with me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.